Hey everyone, it's Brianna. I'm going to give you guys my testimony so that you guys can see where I'm kind of coming from when I do the devotions and everything like that. You guys can have a little better knowledge of where I come from with my faith and everything like that. So, I grew up in a house. My mom was Christian. My dad was Muslim. My mom took my brother and I to church. I have an older brother who's 4 years older than me, and I have a younger sister who's 3 years younger than me. And so, we were going to church, and my dad kind of didn't like that. He thought it was all brainwashing, and he was just not very happy with us for going to church. And so, one day before a cheerleading game of mine, I asked my dad just to come to church, just try it out, see if you like it. And my dad kept saying no. So then I was like, okay, fine. The next week after that cheerleading game, VBS started for me. And I went and I ended up getting saved. I was 8 years old. I ended up getting saved. And finally, my dad was like, after I told my dad, he was kind of upset with me. So finally, he was like, okay, fine, I'll go to church. So my dad goes to church, and he must have liked it because he kept coming back. So he kept going to church, Finally, he gets saved. And so I'm saved, my mom's saved, my dad's saved, and my brother's saved. At the time, my sister was 5, so she wasn't, I'm sure she didn't really understand anything. And so, now we're going and everything like that. My dad was really close with my aunt, and I was really close with my aunt. And my aunt found out that she had metastasized breast cancer. And so she kept going through the chemotherapy and everything like that, and, to find out afterwards that, the chemotherapy wasn't helping any, and that the cancer moved from her, from metastasized breast cancer to brain cancer. And she was gonna die. And that hit me hard. I was like, my aunt's dying. I mean, like, my aunt and I were close and everything like that, and we'd always go shopping together, and I was like, okay, my aunt's dying. That's not cool at all. And so, in November of 2005, my aunt dies of metastasized breast cancer and brain cancer. That hit me hard because I was close to my aunt, and she was really the only one that I was close to in my family who understood everything that I was going through, other than my mom. But so that hit me hard, and for the longest time I was kind of like, God, you killed my aunt. I mean, and I'm to trust you. You just killed my aunt. I was so upset. And so finally I go back to church again because I stopped going because I was just really upset and everything like that, and it just really hit me hard. And so then my brother wanted me to go to this camp with him. It was called Lift. And so I went with him in my youth group there. This is about 5, 6, 7, 8, 3.5, 4 years later. And so I went there, and I rededicated my life there. And then when we came back, things started going downhill with our youth group and everything like that. So we changed churches to now the church I'm at now, Grace. And meanwhile, during all this, my sister gets saved, and my grandparents come back from Arizona with my cousin. And my cousin and I are close, still are close to this day. And my grandpa and I were starting to get close, and my grandpa finds out that he had cancer, and then the cancer went away, and then he had gangrene from his diabetes, and he just wasn't doing too good. And so this November of 2010, he died. November 4th, 2010, he died of gangrene and his diabetes and everything like that. And I was like, oh, so, all right. And then I started getting hit with anxiety attacks and everything, and it was a mess. And so I kind of didn't want to talk to anyone. I was just like, I really have nothing to say. I was upset, of course. I was angry, and I didn't want to talk to anyone. And so finally I started talking to my best friend now, who is my she's my best friend, but she's also like my reliability partner, like. And so my mom and my dad, of course, they're Christians and everything like that, and they're very strong Christians. And my brother is now in college for ministry, He wants to go into college. He's going to college right now. He's in his second year of college. He's going to be a pastor or Bible theology professor. He hasn't decided. It's between the two. And so I learned that through all of this, to trust God is the way to go, and to always have a friend there that you can talk to, preferably of the same sex, because having a friend of the opposite sex, I mean, it's okay to have and everything like that, but for reliability partners, you might want to go with like a girl have a girl, guy have a guy. So that's my testimony. I am now, yeah, I really don't know what to say, but, so that's my testimony. If you guys take anything away from this, the one thing I would want you guys to take away is that you always need to trust God through it all. You don't turn your back on Him. I am healed from my anxiety attacks. I no longer have them. I only had like maybe 4 or 5 of them, but it was still 4 or 5 of them that were too many. So, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Comment if you guys want to. But that's my testimony, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.